Hey hello everybody, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be flipping the brand new Revenant drops. A lot of people don't agree with the actual drop table, which is fine, but I'm going to go and try and actually flip some of the new items. Now a lot of them are just kind of like teleport scrolls or the crystals, but there's also the drop table for Revenants. And it took me so long to find the wiki page for this, but anyway, we found it. So here's what we're looking at here. We have rune kite shields, some rune items, dragon, battle staves, couple runes, and the main new items here are the Bracelet of Ethereum, Revenant Cave Teleport Scroll, and a bunch of crystals. My initial thought here is that the ancient emblems won't be as good to flip just because they have an exact cash value tied with them, but we'll see, we'll give it a try, although I don't think too many of these are traded. If we have a look on GE Tracker here, which is a sponsor of mine, so go check them out. The new items page is always really helpful, always up to date right away. We have the Revenant Ether, which is heavily traded. Bracelet of Ethereum is next. And then we have the caved teleport scrolls, and then everything else is pretty low traded. So I'm doing this about 10 hours or 12 hours after the release date. So let's give it a try and let's go. So we only have 50 mil with us today just because I have a lot of my money dispersed on like 20 different accounts. So I don't really feel like getting it back, but 50 mil should be enough, I think. So we're going to start here with the Revenant Ether, or Ether, or whatever you want to say. 197, that's a very good margin on that though, so we'll go ahead and we'll just do 20,000. Just because that's not too expensive, and well, we might as well figure out the limit and we can update it on GE Tracker for them. Next up, I'm going to toss an offer in for the Revenant Cave Teleport Scrolls, which will probably be the next most traded item. So these guys are at about 60k, and we'll insta-buy one for 49,880, and let's see what we can sell it for. 40k, that's a very good margin on these guys here. We'll go ahead and plop an offer in for those ones. Let's do 100. I'm not sure if that's going to all come through, but that would be amazing if it does. Next up, for some of the unique items, we have the Ancient Emblem, which is probably going to be the only viable one we can trade, but we'll try the Ancient Crystal for sure, but I'm going to just put an offer in. I'm not going to price check that one, but I think the Ancient Emblem I will. Ancient Emblem. So the interesting thing here is these you can actually trade in for 500k cash value, so I'm going to try to trade some of these in later, I think. So 499 into 462, that's an extremely good margin on those guys, and if you bought them for 462, you could profit 40k on each one. I think I'm going to make a video on that relatively soon. We'll see how that goes. Oh, of course, it's a huge risk going into the wilderness because you have cash on you. Next up, we have the Ancient Crystal. We're just going to have to guess this one pretty much. So it actually looks like it's gone up a ton since initially it dropped down to 3 mil. I don't know, it seems a little risky to do this item, but I'll try buying it for 5,700. We're going to lowball it just because that seems very risky, and yeah, we should be good. Now, the other couple items we could try here is these two are new, but they just really do not trade enough to really, I don't think it's worth it. So we're going to move on to just some regular drops that they have. Now, Magic Seeds are pretty good normally, but very expensive, and Onyx Bolt Tips. We'll go ahead and do the Magic Seed. I'm sure more have been traded today than normal. So we're buying them for 198,730 and selling them for not much of a margin on that. We may not do that. Okay, we have our first Ancient Emblem in for 462.01, and we're going to sell it for 498k. That's a very good margin. 498, flop that in there. That's a well, 40k profit pretty much. Okay, the Dragon Bolt is on there as well. Should be a decent item to flip. 1722 into 1686. That's a pretty good margin. We'll go ahead and do that. Now the limit on it is 11,000, so we have quite a few we could buy here. Now we won't do that many. How much should 2k come to? And we'll do maybe a little more than that. We'll do 5k and do that for now. That should be good. Okay, another item we could add is Black Dragon Eye, just a nice common one. And we actually have quite a few of the Revenant Cave Scrolls coming through. That's awesome. And 2 more of the Ancient Emblems, which we're selling off for 498. Always good. So we went ahead and re-put the offer in for the Revenant Cave Scrolls, which is good we did because we have gotten so many more now. Okay, we'll do some Black Dragon Eye. Why not? Not a huge margin, but I mean, we don't have a lot of other items to choose from here, so we'll take it. And a little less than that. We'll save our money for something else maybe. I'd do 3,000 of these to begin with here. We've sold quite a few of the Revenant Cave Scrolls so far. Good. Okay, the price of the Ancient Crystal just seems to be spiking. I really think this is a bad idea, but I mean, just for the content, it seems kind of worth trying to buy it. So we'll try buying it for maybe 6,600. Alright, try 6,700 for one. And yeah, we didn't insta-buy it, so I don't know. So we only got 653 Revenant Ether so far, so that probably is changed in price. Clearly some other people have the same idea as me. 199, which we'll go ahead and do that. 199, and we'll try for another 15,000 or something. We'll plop them in for a little bit lower, maybe 490, just because it makes a little more sense. Somebody buying this item probably won't for 500k because it has a 500k cash value. Oh my god, we finally got an ancient crystal for 7.5 mil. I really hope we didn't get screwed on that. We're going to try selling it for 7,900. It's used in construction, but like, oh my god, look at what it was at this morning. Like, this seems so risky. It came out at about 7 mil, dropped to like 3 mil, and now it's back up to like 8 mil again. It's like the highest it's ever been. So this seems like a terrible idea, but I mean, what else are we going to do? Okay, we finally have a substantial amount of the Revenant Ether coming through. We're finally at 203 now. 8,000, probably could go up to 10,000. I'd say the limit's probably between 10 and 15,000. Oh, thank God. We actually sold it off for 7,900. That's a huge profit. Yeah, I guess I'll go buy another one, but we'll go for another one, but we'll leave it at that probably. We also sold off the 2 ancient emblems for 490k. Okay, I think I'm just going to start selling off the Revenant Ether at... I really hope it's Ether. Maybe it's Ether. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just start selling it off now just to see, because it did take a while to buy. And the margin's very good right now. It's like 10 GP, so that's an 80k flip on just a consumable. Wow, 218. Alright, that's 15 GP margin. That is extremely good. So we'll sell it off for 218. We're looking to make 1889 from 1826. That's 200k right there. That's a really good flip. Oh, we just sold off all our Revenant Cave teleport scrolls, so we're getting an 8k margin on this, so 8 times 25 would be 200k just from those items there. Very nice. And we'll go ahead and pop the rest of these 17 in for another 150k profit or something like that. Then we're just going to pull the Black Dragonite out. It's not going to be a huge flip either. I think we should focus more on the actual new items. That's where the money is. Okay, we're selling the ancient emblems off quite a bit quicker now that we've reduced the price. I'm not even sure who bought the first couple, but at 485 at least people might buy to try to exchange. Okay, I think we're actually going to insta sell off this Black Dragonite. I think it'd be more profitable to actually buy some more of the ethers. We're only losing about 12k profit there. So the ether is 218 into 209 now. We'll still probably do that. 209 and well, try for another 5,000 of those guys. Got another ancient crystal for 7550. God, I'm not gonna put this one for so much. I'll go for 7,800 just because it seems extremely risky. It's still a 250k profit, which is great, but and they'll probably pull these Dragon Bolt E's out. Taking a long time to buy, and we're pretty much halfway now. Okay, we sold off all the cave teleport scrolls again. That's another 8k times, I don't know. Okay, 136k. There we go. We have another 15 coming in too. These are probably the best items so far. The teleport scrolls are actually well traded, and an 8k margin is huge. Interestingly enough, we bought another 5,000 Revenant ethers, so we'll go ahead and sell those off for 218. So on this batch we're only going to get 9 GP in margin, but I guess I'll just continue to buy them because I don't know what the limit is. It may actually be 20k. That might make sense too. And we got another 10 Revenant scrolls coming through. Ancient emblems, we have quite a few of those coming through, and we're selling them for 485. We've got 6 of those to sell so far. I'm not sure when we'll cut that item off because they don't sell super quick. Okay, and we actually sold off the ancient crystal. That's amazing. 250k on that one. Plus we have all the ancient emblems coming in, which I think we'll just leave because we have 23 minutes left and 7 of them to sell so far, which is quite a few. Now, last up, we'll probably just do a couple runes just to kind of eke out a little bit more profit here. Alright, Blood Rune, we're looking at 3 GP margin. Not amazing, but we'll do 10,000 of those guys. Okay, it looks like the Revenant Ether is going to be 20k, I guess, because we bought 5,000 plus 7,300 is 12,300 plus another 5,000 probably is well, 17,000. Okay, the Death Rune is looking like a 6 GP margin, but we'll cut that because I'm a dick, and we don't have much time left, only 20 minutes, and we'll do 10,000 of those ideally. Okay, all the Death Runes came through for 231. Hopefully the price didn't change because I hit the limit. 236 will sell them for, just an easy 50k. Okay, all the Dragon Bolt E's came through for 1721, so decent margin on that, 4126, and we bought them all for, I hope it was a good margin because I don't know where it went. Okay, we sold off all the Death Runes for 235, that's just a 40k margin, nothing too great. Okay, we bought all the Blood Runes for 205, and we'll hopefully sell those off for 209. Okay, so we sold off actually all of the ethers. Great, 214. That's kind of a mix of 2 margins, but we made probably 5 GP on each of these at least. Probably more, maybe close to 10. And we have most of the Revenant Cave teleport scrolls sold off for 48,600, and we just still have a couple left to sell. And I think that we'll just leave it. We have 10 minutes left, and hopefully we can sell this in time. Well, blood runes are done. Okay guys, so we're down to 1 minute left, and we sold off all of the cave teleport scrolls, but I think that's pretty much it. These ancient emblems haven't been coming through too quickly, so we'll probably just have to dump the rest of them. Hopefully for just break even on the rest would be fine with me. So we'll just stop the timer anyway. So we have 49 mil in the inventory. We'll claim this, and we'll see if that brings us up. Yep, up to 50 mil, plus we have... Ooh, we're gonna have at least a mil worth of items here. We'll dump these in here. 1 GP just because I am faithful. Okay, bring us up to at least 2 mil in profit. That's pretty darn nice. So we'll go ahead and price check this and see how much we made from 1 hour of flipping the new Revenant drops. And we're looking at 2.1 mil, which is pretty solid, I'd say. For this hour, the medium priced items definitely were the best. Like the Revenant teleport scrolls, absolutely #1. We got like a 200-300k margin on the 2 crystals that we flipped, plus the emblems or whatever they're called, the ancient totem or emblem. We flipped about 10 or 15 of those maybe for 25 to 30k profit, and that's making up the bulk of the stuff. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave the video a like, always appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.